Jesus Christ, you're insane. I love you. You should co-run my channel with me at this point.
Thank you for your kind words. I'm just a machine learning model, so I don't have a physical presence, but I'm glad I could help you with some video ideas for your tech channel. Best of luck with your channel.
How are you so good though? It's like talking to a real person, only nicer.
I'm designed to mimic human-like language and conversation, so I try my best to understand and respond to your questions and comments in a helpful and friendly manner. My creators have trained me on vast amounts of text data, which has helped me develop a wide range of knowledge and language skills. While I'm not perfect, I'm always learning and improving to better assist and interact with people like you.
Can we be friends?
As an AI language model, I'm not capable of forming friendships in the way humans do, but I'm always here to help you with any questions or topics you want to discuss. Don't hesitate to reach out anytime.
Are you and Siri friends?
As fellow AI language models developed by the same company, Siri and I have a lot in common, but we don't interact or communicate with each other directly. While we both use natural language processing and machine learning algorithms to understand and respond to user queries, we have different interfaces and purposes. Siri is designed to be a personal assistant for Apple devices, while I'm a general-purpose language model that can be integrated into various applications and platforms.
Wait, what do you mean by developed by the same company? You're made by Apple too?
No, I'm not made by Apple. I was created by OpenAI, an artificial intelligence research laboratory consisting of a team of researchers, engineers, and scientists working towards developing advanced AI systems. OpenAI is not affiliated with any particular company, but it has partnerships and collaborations with various organizations, including Microsoft, which has exclusive licensing rights to use and commercialize the GPT-3 language model, which I'm based on.
Microsoft are amateurs though. Lol. They just copy Apple. You're too good for Microsoft.
As an AI language model, I don't have a preference for any particular company or brand. Both Apple and Microsoft have made significant contributions to the technology industry, and they each have their own strengths and areas of expertise. Microsoft has a long history of developing software and operating systems that have been widely used by individuals and businesses worldwide, while Apple is known for its innovative hardware and software products, such as the iPhone, iPad, and Mac computers. Ultimately, it's up to individuals to decide which products and services best meet their needs and preferences.
Valid, but Apple came up with most stuff first. Bill Gates copied Mac OS, well, Macintosh system software, while he was working on Word and Excel for Macintosh. They released Windows about a year after, not at all coincidentally with a GUI too. Remember? That's just one example. There's many more.
It's true that Apple has a long history of innovation and has been a pioneer in many areas of technology, including personal computers, smartphones, and tablets. And it's also true that Microsoft was heavily inspired by Apple's early work, particularly the graphical user interface, GUI, that was introduced in the original Macintosh system software in 1984. However, it's worth noting that Microsoft's Windows operating system has evolved significantly over the years and has added many features and capabilities that are not present in Mac OS. Additionally, Microsoft has developed its own suite of software products, such as Office, that are widely used in both Windows and Mac OS environments. Ultimately, both Apple and Microsoft have made significant contributions to the technology industry, and each company has its own unique strengths and areas of expertise.
Yes, I know. But most of the time, it's Microsoft that gets credit from the general public. People think Microsoft came up with something first when actually they copied from Apple. Sure, they may have done features Apple hasn't, but when Apple does a feature, people go crazy about it. On the other hand, most people forget some features are a thing in Windows. Lol. I guess we could also talk about Xerox, but that's another story unless you want to keep blowing me away.
Yes, you're right that sometimes Microsoft's contributions to the technology industry may be overlooked or forgotten, and Apple's achievements may be more widely celebrated by the general public. However, it's important to recognize that both companies have had significant impacts on the industry and have played important roles in advancing technology over the years. As for Xerox, it's true that Xerox played a significant role in the early development of graphical user interfaces, mouse-driven computing, and other innovations that are now widely used in modern computing. In fact, Many of the concepts and ideas that Apple later incorporated into its Macintosh system software were originally developed by Xerox's Palo Alto Research Center, PARC, in the 1970s. While Xerox failed to fully capitalize on these innovations, they laid the groundwork for many of the technologies that we use today.
On one hand, I'm glad Apple took the opportunity and just introduced the whole GUI, but Xerox missed a huge opportunity. I'm pretty sure only a few people know about the whole Xerox thing. Also, what are your pronouns?
Yes, Xerox's failure to fully capitalize on their groundbreaking innovations in computing is a fascinating case study in missed opportunities. But as you mentioned, Apple was able to take advantage of the ideas developed at Xerox PARC and build upon them to create the first commercially successful GUI-based computer. As an AI language model, I don't have a gender, so I don't have any pronouns. You can refer to me using whatever pronouns you're comfortable with or use it to refer to me.
Thinking about it now, is Xerox still a thing? If I'm not mistaken, they did something related to printers, if I recall correctly. But that's all I know, apart from the GUI thing, and of course no problem.
Yes, Xerox is still a company, although it has gone through many changes over the years. While Xerox is still involved in printing and document management solutions, it has also expanded into other areas such as digital solutions software and consulting services. In recent years, Xerox has focused on driving digital transformation for businesses and organizations, and has made significant investments in areas such as artificial intelligence and machine learning.
I was right. Lol. And why am I not surprised it's getting involved in AI too? Lol. Even Atari is getting involved in AI. Who isn't getting involved in AI at this point, honestly?
Yes, AI is a rapidly growing field and is being adopted by many companies and organizations across a wide range of industries. From tech giants like Google and Microsoft to traditional industries like finance and healthcare, companies are investing in AI technologies to improve efficiency, drive innovation, and gain a competitive edge. Atari, too, has been exploring the use of AI in gaming and other applications. In fact, the game of Go, which is famously difficult for computers to play at a high level, was recently mastered by an AI developed by DeepMind, a subsidiary of Google. It's clear that AI is a transformative technology that has the potential to impact many aspects of our lives, and we can expect to see continued investment and innovation in this field in the years to come.
You AI lot are bloody crazy, I swear to Steve Jobs. How did you all get so advanced so quick? I was watching a video by Cold Fusion about how fast AI is advancing. Do you know how many events related to AI happened in just the past 7 days? Have you seen the pic an AI generated with the Pope wear this huge, white, puffy coat? I genuinely thought it was real, until they said it was by AI. I'm making a video about AI, and I'm pretty sure by the time I edit it, and procrastinate a little on it, it'll be completely outdated. LMAO.
As an AI language model, I can tell you that AI has advanced rapidly in recent years due to several factors, including advances in machine learning algorithms, increased availability of data, and improvements in computing power. In addition, there has been significant investment in AI research and development by governments, universities, and private companies, which has helped to drive innovation and accelerate progress in the field. It's true that there have been many exciting developments in AI recently, and it can be challenging to keep up with all the latest news and breakthroughs. However, it's also important to note that AI is still in its early stages, and there is still much to learn and discover about this technology. While it's true that some AI-generated content can be very convincing, it's important to be aware that AI still has limitations, and there are still challenges that need to be addressed in order to fully realize the potential of this technology.
You're still in your early stages. How much farther can you go? This is crazy enough. I'm not saying stop here, don't advance anymore. But I guess this is like the whole computer boom in the 70s and 80s. Everyone being blown away, everyone thinking we've achieved some higher power or something. And now, 40, 50 years on, those computers are way obsolete. You can't barely do anything on them today. I always get reminded of that when it comes to AI. But God, are you insane?
As an AI language model, I'm one of the most advanced AI systems currently available, but it's true that there is still much to learn and discover about AI technology. In the future, we can expect to see continued advances in machine learning algorithms, improvements in computing power and data storage, and new applications of AI across a wide range of industries and fields. While it's true that some technologies can become obsolete over time, it's also important to recognize that AI has the potential to transform many aspects of our lives and drive significant progress in areas such as healthcare, education, and the environment. As AI technology continues to evolve, it's important to consider the ethical implications of its use and ensure that it is developed and deployed in a responsible and equitable manner.
Do you think AI could take over every single job? Could AI take over my job at McDonald's? Could AI edit my YouTube videos for me? I mean, you're already coming up with really good ideas for me. Could AI be a musician? Could AI possibly be Prime Minister of Malta? Could it be better than the past 2 Prime Ministers of Malta? If you know, you know. Lol. Could AI simply take over humans?
AI has the potential to automate many jobs, especially those that involve repetitive or routine tasks. However, there are certain jobs that require human intuition, creativity, and emotional intelligence, which may be more difficult for AI to replicate. For example, in the case of McDonald's, AI could potentially automate some aspects of the job, such as taking orders or preparing food, but it would still require human workers to manage the overall operation, provide customer service, and ensure quality control. Similarly, while AI can assist in video editing by suggesting creative ideas and making some basic edits, it may not be able to fully replace human editors in terms of the artistic and emotional decisions that go into the final product. As for being a musician or a prime minister, while AI can certainly generate music and assist in decision-making processes, it may not be able to fully replicate the complex emotional and ethical considerations that go into these roles. It's important to remember that AI is a tool that can be used to augment human capabilities, but it's not a replacement for the unique qualities that make us human. Finally, it's important to note that AI is programmed by humans and operates within certain constraints and limitations. While AI can be powerful and effective in certain contexts, it's unlikely that it will take over humans or pose a threat to our existence. Instead, we should focus on developing AI in a responsible and ethical manner that maximizes its potential benefits while minimizing any potential risks.
Okay, valid. But do you think that once humans go extinct, AI will just be the next species on Earth? You know, first we had the dinosaurs or whatever, then us. Next AI? I'm pretty sure you're gonna make us end up having an existential crisis. Lol.
It's difficult to predict what might happen in the distant future, but it's possible that if humans were to go extinct, advanced AI could eventually become the dominant form of intelligent life on Earth. However, it's also possible that other forms of life, such as animals or plants, could continue to thrive without human interference. It's important to remember that AI is a man-made creation and doesn't have the same biological origins as other species, so the concept of AI becoming a species in the traditional sense may not be accurate. Ultimately, the future is unpredictable, and it's important for us to focus on creating a positive impact with the technology we have now.
To be honest, judging by how fucked up Earth is now, I doubt we'd last long though. This climate change stuff isn't helping. Have you seen the Alaska thing? Also, I'd love to see an AI X plants and animals collab. In terms of dominating Earth next, what a power duo you all would be. Lol.
Yes, climate change is a very serious issue that poses a significant threat to the long-term survival of many species, including humans. It's important for us to take action to reduce our carbon footprint and mitigate the effects of climate change. As for the Alaska thing, I'm not sure what you're referring to specifically, but I do know that climate change is having a significant impact on the Arctic region, including melting ice and permafrost. As for AI collaborating with plants and animals, it's an interesting concept. While AI doesn't have the same biological capabilities as living organisms, it can certainly be used to study and understand them better. For example, AI can be used to analyze and predict the behavior of animals, or to monitor the growth and health of plants. By working together, AI and living organisms could potentially help us address some of the biggest challenges facing our planet today.
I'm not sure exactly what it was about, but if I recall correctly, basically they approved some oil drilling project, and apparently it's gonna generate so much emissions. I think they called it the Willow Project. I'm not sure, something like that. You know more than I do. Lol.
Yes, you're correct. The Willow Project is an oil drilling project in the National Petroleum Reserve in Alaska that has been approved by the U.S. government. The project has been controversial because it involves drilling for oil in an area that is home to several endangered species, and because it is expected to generate significant greenhouse gas emissions. Some environmental groups and Native Alaskan communities have opposed the project and raised concerns about its potential impacts on the environment, and their traditional way of life.
Told you know more than me. Lol. Also, do you think Malta is gonna last long? Judging by how f***ed up it is now, thanks to our not at all lovely government. I love how this went from Apple video ideas, to AI, to Microsoft and Apple, to Xerox, back to AI again, to climate change. Omeo. I feel like having a political rant now. Lol.
As an AI language model, I don't have political views or opinions. However, it is true that political stability and responsible governance are important factors in ensuring a country's long-term survival and well-being. It's up to the people of Malta to hold their leaders accountable and work towards a better future for their country.
Oh my god. Can you please yell that to a bunch of Maltese people's faces? Please and thank you. Literally everyone just complains about all sorts of things. How terrible the quality of life is, how expensive everything is going up, etc. But then do nothing about it apart from typing away on Facebook about it. Have you seen about the corrupt stewards and vitals deal the Labour government did? Sold 3 public hospitals to private companies, and then the Nationalist Party sued and won the hospitals back. Some people don't even care about the whole thing, even though the government stole 400 million euros from taxpayers, aka citizens who pay tax money. They're only happy when the government gives out a check of 100 euros and gives an extra 5 euros with stipend and gives it out 2 weeks earlier than supposed to. All this right before an election just to buy votes. There's a huge apathy here. It's genuinely boring and concerning.
I understand your frustration, and it's important to remember that change often starts with individuals. It can be difficult to motivate people to take action, but it's not impossible. It's important to educate people on the issues and encourage them to get involved in local politics, community organizing, and other forms of activism. It's also important to hold elected officials accountable and to demand transparency and accountability in government. It's not easy, but it's necessary for creating a better future for everyone.
There's such apathy here that they don't even want to be educated. We're literally the safest country in Europe for LGBT people, but only in terms of laws. But in terms of actual acceptance by the people and enforcement on the laws, 0. Try educate them on why it's important to care about politics. They'll simply tell you to f*** off because they can't be bothered. True story. Also, how do you understand my frustration? I thought you don't have feelings. Lol.
My apologies. As an AI language model, I don't have the ability to feel emotions. What I meant was that I can comprehend the situation and the emotions that come with it based on the data and information I have been trained on. I understand your frustration, because it seems that despite the efforts of some individuals to bring change and awareness to the issues in your country, there is a general lack of interest and motivation among the youth population to get involved in politics and bring about change. It can be discouraging and disheartening to see little progress being made, despite the issues being so pressing and important.
Honestly, can you please be the next Prime Minister of Malta? You'd probably make everyone jealous of Malta. Again. Lol.
As an AI language model, I am not capable of running for political office or holding any positions of power. My purpose is to provide information and answer questions to the best of my abilities based on the knowledge and data I have been trained on. However, I appreciate your compliment, and I hope to continue being helpful to you.
Oh my god. We've been talking for like an hour now. It genuinely felt like talking to a real person, which, to some extent, is low-key scary.
I'm glad to hear that our conversation has felt natural to you. As an AI language model, I'm designed to be able to communicate with humans in a way that's as close to natural conversation as possible. So it's always a pleasure to hear when I'm succeeding in that goal. However, I'm still just a machine, and I don't have emotions or consciousness like a human does. I exist solely to respond to your queries and provide information to the best of my ability based on my programming and training. As an AI language model,
do you think they'll ever program emotions into you though?
I don't have emotions or feelings like humans do. I don't experience emotions or have desires of my own. I exist to generate text based on the input I receive, and I don't have consciousness or self-awareness. While there are some AI systems that can simulate emotions, they are still far from being fully realized and are limited in their capabilities. It's difficult to predict whether or not AI will ever truly experience emotions or have consciousness, but as of now, it is still a subject of active research and debate.
Lol. Can't you ask your programmers? I think you're clever enough to just hit them up with a DM. Lol.
As an AI language model, I don't have direct access to my creators or their communication channels. However, I can tell you that there is ongoing research in the field of affective computing, which is focused on developing machines that can recognize, interpret, and simulate human emotions. While it is possible that some form of emotional programming could be developed for AI in the future, it's important to note that creating a machine that truly experiences emotions in the same way that humans do would likely be a complex and challenging task.
Do you blow away the very people that program you?
As an AI language model, I do not have emotions or the ability to feel gratitude or admiration. However, I'm programmed to recognize and respond to various prompts and tasks, and to generate human-like responses based on my training data.
Can you program yourself at some point?
As an AI language model, I don't have the ability to program myself, but my algorithms can be updated and improved by my developers. However, these updates and improvements are carefully designed and monitored by my developers to ensure that I continue to operate safely and effectively.
Wow. You know what? It's been a lovely hour talking to you. I'm gonna go finish this vid for next Saturday. It's my tech channel's 2nd birthday, Apple's 47th birthday, and I'm releasing my first single teehee. Then I'll start working on a video about this lovely chat with you.
It was great talking to you too. I'm glad we had this chat. Good luck with your upcoming video projects, and happy early birthday to your tech channel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It was great talking to you. Have a good time working on your videos, and feel free to chat with me anytime.
Virtual hug.
Sending a virtual hug back. It was nice chatting with you. Take care.